The phone rang while I was tightening my tie. One vibration, then another. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. I wasn't in the mood for interruptions, especially not before a night that was supposed to be ordinary, safe, predictable. I answered anyway. No greeting, no warmth, just breathing on the other end. Controlled, careful. Then a voice, low, unfamiliar. "You should check the dates," he said. A pause. Some things don't line up. The call ended before I could respond. I stood there, staring at my reflection. The tie felt too tight now. My pulse didn't spike. That came later. In that moment, there was only a subtle shift, like a floorboard bending under weight it wasn't designed to carry. I replayed his words, "Check the dates." Behind me, she laughed in the kitchen, soft, comfortable, the sound of someone who believed they were safe. I didn't ask her who might call me from an unknown number. I didn't accuse. I didn't react. I memorized the time instead, 7:42 p.m. Because some moments don't announce themselves as disasters, they whisper. And everything after that whisper felt staged, like I was watching my life from a distance, waiting for the scene to catch up to the truth already forming in my head. That night, she talked too much, filled the silence with stories that went nowhere. Her eyes avoided mine just enough to register. Not guilt, something rehearsed. I told myself it was nothing. I told myself I was tired. I told myself trust doesn't fracture over a stranger's voice. But trust doesn't shatter all at once. It erodes. The next morning I checked the dates, anniversaries, trips, work conferences, patterns I had never questioned. There was a gap, small, almost elegant. 3 weeks. 3 weeks where memory blurred, where stories overlapped but didn't align, where affection spiked without reason, then cooled abruptly. I didn't confront her. I smiled. I kissed her forehead. I asked how she slept. Inside, my thoughts slowed, sharpened. Denial isn't loud. It's quiet, efficient. It buys time while the mind prepares for impact. I found myself remembering moments I'd archived as insignificant. A phone turned face down, a password changed casually, her sudden interest in my schedule, and that call. I wasn't angry yet. I was assembling something. I became observant, not obsessive, precise. I learned the rhythm of her lies by listening to her truths. The way she softened certain words, the way her voice lifted when she spoke about days I wasn't present for. I checked phone records, numbers repeated, one stood out. I didn't call it. I waited. I watched reflections instead of faces. Reflections don't lie as well. I scheduled a test under the guise of routine health checks, sat in a sterile room answering questions with mechanical calm. The nurse smiled. She thought I was nervous. I wasn't. I was already detached. At night, she slept easily. Her hand found mine automatically, muscle memory masquerading as intimacy. I stared at the ceiling, imagining outcomes. Not confrontations. Those were messy, inefficient. I wanted certainty. Certainty is power. Every day felt like walking closer to a sealed envelope I already knew the contents of. Still, I moved carefully. A man who rushes truth loses control over it, and I needed control. The results arrived on a Tuesday, plain envelope, no drama. I opened it at my desk alone, read it once, then again. Confirmed. There it was, black ink, clinical language, no room for interpretation. The truth didn't hurt the way I expected. It clarified. That evening, I placed the report on the table between us. No explanation, no warning. She noticed immediately. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer. She picked it up, read. Her face changed, rapidly, violently. Tears came fast, too fast. "I can explain." "I know," I said. That stopped her. Knowing terrifies liars more than accusations ever could. She reached for me. I leaned back. Her voice cracked. Apologies spilled out in disarray. Names, excuses, circumstances. I felt nothing. Not because I was strong, because I was done. Some messengers don't need acknowledgement. The truth already did its work. I had already forwarded copies to accounts she didn't know I had access to people she had carefully constructed lies around. I didn't threaten her. I informed her. I wasn't looking for the truth, I said, but once it found me, I made sure it wouldn't stay quiet. She sobbed, begged, promised versions of herself that no longer existed. I stood up, adjusted my jacket. "This is the last conversation we'll ever have," I added calmly. I walked past her as if she were furniture, something once useful, now irrelevant. That's the cruelty liars never anticipate. Not rage, indifference. Weeks later, the silence felt earned. No messages, no explanations left unspoken. I had no interest in closure shaped like apologies. Some truths don't heal, they liberate. I don't replay memories anymore. I don't wonder what could have been. Those are luxuries for people who weren't lied to with intention. I learned something vital. Trust isn't broken by betrayal. It's broken by the moment you realize someone never respected your reality. I didn't lose anything that night.